This game off right. Let's go out there and hit. This is what we do best.
Hard time on three. 1, 2, 3. Hard time.
Don't let anybody come down through the gap.
Okay.
We got 11, count 11.
Come here. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Joe. 5-17. Be smart though. All right, go make a mess. Go make a mess. Come on. Yes, homie, ha. Yes, homie, ha. Yes, homie, ha. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
It's Will's birthday, so there's that. Earlier we talked about East Kentwood starting the toughest part of their schedule. The same can be said for Sparta. Spartans beginning the night 5-1. Their final 3 games, they got Allendale, Belding, and Comstock Park. If they can win them all, they're OK Blue champs. They just need to beat one of them, get the playoffs. Tonight they're at Allendale, like we said. Falcons already in the postseason. Sparta can get there with the win in the third. Hayden Majewski faking the handoff, keeping it himself. Deacon, the defender, getting in the end zone. Allendale up 21-7. Falcons ball again. Majewski throws, balls tipped, but Nate Couturier getting him for the touchdown. They're up 28-7. Fourth quarter, new quarterback. Tanner Voog-Teven dropping the snap, but just pick it up, get in the end zone either way. Allendale winning 38-7, the final.
Staying in the blue, Comstock Park, Coopersville. Comstock Park with the ball after an interception. Pat Naughton going to throw it up to Drake Barr, coming down with it. Comstock Park up 14-0 a bit later. Panthers with the ball on their 32-yard line. Jake Bush taking the handoff and runs it in for his second touchdown of the night. Dramatically, Comstock Park up 21-0. Panthers, very next possession, same result. Bush getting the handoff, scoops 32 yards for the score. Comstock Park rolls 56-0 the final.
Wyoming stepping out of conference to take on red-hot Muskegon Catholic. They've won 4 in a row. First quarter, it's Nicholas Holt taking it in himself from 13 yards out. 7-0 Muskegon Catholic. Next possession, Holt again. This time 15 yards around the corner. 14-0. Then to the fourth quarter, Wyoming's Zach Fatter is going to get picked off by Ian Tyler, and he's not coming home. There he is. Where is he? Ian? Ian, where are you? There you are.
I'll tell you where he is. In the end zone.
Muskegon Catholic, keep on rolling. 45-0. Let's bring back Jason Hutton for his thoughts. Jason, this Muskegon Catholic team, 5 in a row now. They've got this big game coming up next week against Fruitport. Who would have thought that game would be as big as it's going to be coming into next week?
Well, Mitch, it was huge last year, and it's going to be huge again this year. But first, let's talk about Muskegon Catholic Central. We haven't seen them on the Blitz since week 1 when they lost to Mona Shores in a pretty close game. And I remember that night thinking, okay, Muskegon Catholic lost to Mona Shores. I knew Mona Shores was going to be good. Look where they're at now, 6-1. And then Catholic Central the next week turned around, lost 3-point heartbreaker to a good Grand Rapids Catholic Central team. Now they've reeled off 5 in a row, and they're going to be a force to be reckoned with in the playoffs, just like they always are. And now they got Fruitport. How huge of a game is this? Fruitport's won 4 in a row. They're at 5-2. Just to put this into perspective, the winner of that game next week, it's a non-conference game, of course. The winner clinches a playoff berth by getting to 6 wins. The loser has got their hands full in week 9 because Fruitport finishes with DeWitt, undefeated and one of the best teams in the state in Division III. And Traverse City St. Francis is Muskegon Catholic's opponent, a perennially strong program. So nothing's going to be easy. That game next week is going to be huge for those two teams.
Book, thank you very much. I also remember MCC doing a great game time for us.
Phenomenal game.
Tonight on the rule book, we are talking special teams, specifically about roughing the kicker and punter.
Yeah, leave them alone, right? Mark Ewell telling us when the kicker's protected and from contact and when they're not. That's what we got for you tonight on the rule book. Blitz Rulebook, Mark Ewell, the MHSAA. Kickers, they always get a bad rap. They're your best friends or your worst enemies. They get rough sometimes, but right here that we're looking at, looks like a good play.
It is, and actually this was a clip from a game last year, which is an incorrect call. You'll see the snap gets bobbled. Now, just because a snap is bobbled or even would go over a punter's head doesn't mean that they lose their protection. But what the key is that for a defender is it has to be reasonably certain a kick is going to be made. So once the punter in this case has fumbled the snap and he picks it up, if he is now able to punt the ball and the defender now has time and space to avoid him because it's reasonably certain he's going to kick the ball, then they're not able to come in and make contact. Well, in this case, by the time the defender hits the punter, it's not clear that he's going to be kicking. You don't know if he's going to run or throw. It looks like the ball even gets partially blocked or tipped behind the line, which in all cases would take roughing the kicker off the table. So we have to certainly protect kickers. They can be in a very vulnerable position when they're kicking the ball. However, the kicker should not been protected in this case. It's really no different than the rugby-style kicks to where the kicker may, or the punter, will get the snap, will begin sprinting one direction or the other. Well, he's free game. He can be hit until it becomes reasonably certain he's going to kick the ball. If the defender then has room to stop and avoid contact, no foul. So that can be a very tough judgment call for an official.
Thanks, guys. We're right in the middle of the jam-packed Week 7 of the Blitz. Still more good stuff to come. South Christian won the state championship last year, but they did not win the OK Gold. Already have 2 big conference wins this season. Tonight, chance for a third playing Ottawa Hills at Housden.
You got Byron Center. They've won 3 in a row tonight, hosting Unity Christian, looking to get closer to the playoffs. Crusaders, they haven't given up on the postseason either, but they got to win tonight to have any sort of chance.
And still to come, the OK White. 3 teams entering the night perfect in conference play, but only one would get out of our Blitz battle that way. Caledonia Lowell, 10 minutes away. The Blitz will be back in 2.5.